Hey there apprentices, Quantum Tag here with a new type of video today. Today I will be doing an anime review. Now as you may know, this is my 100th video, and because I haven't done anything like this yet, I probably should explain what this is. My video, my channel is not just a gaming channel, it is also a review channel. Quantum Projects is not, it's the group I'm in. It is a gaming and review channel, and that's what we do. I'm the co-founder of it, if you haven't watched my last video yet. And we basically just do games and reviews. I haven't done any reviews yet, so here is the review. And link to the Quantum Projects channel is in the description below, as it always is. Anyway, this video is also the mark of something special. It is going to be my last video for the next few months. If you are new to my channel or haven't watched my videos lately, I'm going to be going into the Air Force. I leave for basic training down to Texas on Tuesday morning. Right now it's Sunday night. I'll be gone for some time, and I don't know when I'll be back, and I won't be able to post anything. Literally, anything. But for now, for the real purpose of this video, the review of the anime movie, actually, it's a movie. One second, let's just get it out here. I don't know if you can read that, but it's The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. After waking up late, flunking her pop quiz, embarrassing herself on numerous occasions, and even starting a fire in her home economics room, high school student Makoto Kono figures she's just having one of those days. Until she gets hit by a train. But then, the strangest thing happens. She leaps backwards in time. After unlocking her new ability, Makoto does whatever any teenager would do. Freak the heck out? No, she retakes tests, corrects embarrassing situations, and sleeps in as late as she wants, never once thinking about how these actions could lead to negative effects on other people she cares about. By the time she realizes the damage she's done, she'll have a race against time to set things right. Now, I just want to mention, I'll be reviewing the English dub of this movie, so pronunciations will take effect in this review. I have to say though, early on in the movie, I heard the main character's name pronounced wrong. I was immediately cringing because I took a Japanese language course in high school and I know all of the pronunciations. But after watching a bit longer, I realized it was only just one voice actor who didn't know how to talk. So that was good. Now, there is one funny thing I have found about the main character's name. Her name is defined as True This, going from Makoto Kona. Makoto being true and Kona being this. But since this is the English dub, they place their first name in the front. Going by Japan's system, being on a first name basis is almost like being in a relationship. That's why they address each other by their last names first most of the time. But back to my original statement, in Japanese terms, her name would have been Kona Makoto, or This True. Is this supposed to mean anything for the movie? Probably not, but after some digging I made up a theory about why the main character was not as surprised about why she could time jump as much as you'd think she would be. She was convinced, or she has convinced herself that everything that has happened to her is true and not a joke. I will be rating this anime with a 4-point system equaling up to 40 points, 10 points for each category. The first thing I want to rate on this is the plot. The plot was very interesting and well thought out. It had a good rising action, conflict, and a good falling action, and finally, the end. The movie brought in different key points that the MC took, hold, and used. Only thing is the holes, which I will cover later. This isn't really much to touch on here without or there isn't much to touch on here without spoiling the movie. So I will be wrapping this section up pretty quick. It also gave a good tearjerker ending, which I will be honest, it didn't make me cry. If you don't know, I watched Clannad and Clannad After Story, and I bawled my eyes out. I think I could push through something small like this. So, I will give the plot a score of 8 out of 10. The next category is character development. All of the characters grew in some way. The main character grew in responsibility as well as irresponsibility. Some characters got into relationships, and some grew to be better people. The whole aspect of this true statement also spelled a downfall for the main character because she thought she could fix everything she needed without anything going wrong. But then the realization hit her. This true also meant you're screwed. I give the character development a score of 9 out of 10 because some things could have been better, but that's still a pretty high score. The next category is length. I mean, the movie could have been shorter. They spent a good 15 seconds every few minutes, it seemed, on just scenery. No one talks, just background noises and a picture. Really, 15 seconds? I'm not kidding. I didn't actually time it out, but it really seemed like 15 seconds. So, like, sure, the pictures looked nice and everything, but they didn't really need to have it. So, I give the length a score of 6 out of 10, because there were very, very many of those scenes. And I kind of got bothered by it. But hey, some people might not. Finally, there's the category of quality. Quality is a big thing these days because who doesn't want a low quality, low budget movie or even TV show when it could be even better than it is? But in this, the quality was very simple and drawn out. There wasn't very much or even any obvious signs of CG, which is computer generation. And I like that, actually. I like it how it's all just drawn out and other like simple things, whereas sometimes a CG these days just it doesn't look good. So the character designs were very nice and drawn, just nice. The editing for the English version actually could have been better, but it was still nice. There were moments where I have found the voice not matching the lips, and it was really only early on in the movie, so it really didn't matter, but it still was there, and it still bothered me a little bit. But it won't deduct very much from the final scoring. So with that, that's the category, and I give the category a score of 9 out of 10. But I must say though, they did a good job on the quality, so yeah, that's more of the 9. Would have probably been 8, but I gave it a 9 because they did a really good job on it. Now, the overall score is 32 out of 40, going by the 4-point review. It was a good movie with good points, but I think there were also its bad spots where they could have improved. I think that this score is reasonable, and I highly recommend getting this movie. It has its funny moments and its sad moments, and even a few moments where you just want to shake your head. So with that being said, that is the review. Now for this next part, it's my extended plot discussion, or discussion, I should say. I can't speak. It's like 12 a.m. now. But be warned, this next section contains spoilers. First off, when the main character gets her powers, she runs to her aunt first. Why would she run to her aunt first? Why not her parents? It still confuses me, and I didn't really look into it more, but even more so, her aunt told Makoto that she was able to time leap when she was younger. And in the movie, Makoto has a limited number of leaps, like time leaps. If the aunt, I should say, was telling the truth, why wouldn't she tell Makoto? Another plot hole is where Makoto goes back in time and eats her pudding before her sister does. Well, going by the grandfather paradox, by going into the past and changing something, you would have changed the entire future by changing the past. Thus, Makoto wouldn't have achieved the ability to time leap. There was a moment in the movie where another time jump user, her friend actually, reverses and then pauses time. It should be said that Makoto was never able to stop time, and it was never mentioned in the movie how the friend was able to stop time, so it was never told how it was done. Um, Finally, near the end of the movie, Makoto goes to her friend, which was the other time jump user, and gives him his walnut-shaped time travel battery thing that she landed on earlier in the movie. It was said after the battery's time travel juice was taken, it became very fragile. As shown by the friend, it broke in his hand. At the end, Makoto, using her last time leap, leaps to the time when she first got it. She lands on it just like last time because she couldn't avoid it, and then brings the walnut thing to her friend. As he holds it in his hand, the walnut thing breaks, like it just dissolves. So that means it was used. Who else could have used it other than Makoto? Because no one else was in that room. She still, or like after that moment when she landed on it, she got the original amount of time leaps, and she hasn't used any. So she just kind of went to her friend and like gave it back, and it broke, and he didn't really say anything. He just kind of left without saying anything about it. Like he didn't even care. He's like, oh well, okay, well I have one more, so time to go back to the future now. See ya. And then tearjerker scene like arrives, and that stuff happens. So really, where is Makoto now? She could be eating her pudding because apparently paradoxes don't affect her or time itself in that matter, at least in this movie. So there's that. But that is the end of my review today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have looked at my reviewing as kind of fair and just, I guess you could say, because there was its good points and also its bad points, but still 32 out of 40 is a pretty good score in my books. I've had some that go the full 40 out of 40, but that was for a manga, and that was on my Discuss account. If you want to check that out, I have a bunch of comments for just a bunch of animes and mangas and stuff like that. So go check that out. That's also in the description. Um, and let's see. Oh yeah, that 40 out of 40 thing, or during the time I was on Discuss doing that review, it was going out of 100 out of 100, so it got the full points. It was what was it called? Kimi no Iramachi, or A Town Where You Live. It's by Seo Koji, and I am currently reading all. Well, I am close to finishing all of his completed stories. I'm just working on the one story called Crossover. But other than that, I have completed all of the other stories by Seo Koji, and I am current with his more current story, Fuka. That one is now getting an anime from what I hear, and I just hope they don't screw that up, like they did with their Kimi no Iramachi anime, which sucked, by the way. So, yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to leave it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you liked this video, just tell me down in the comments of what animes you want me to review, or even mangas for that matter. If you have any suggestions for other videos I should do, make sure to comment that as well. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to check out my Minecraft series that I have on my channel as well, while I'm gone at basic training. it's, it's coming. It's coming. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm Quantum Tag. I'm going to be gone for a while. And I can't wait to start making videos again. Here's to a good time at Basic. Here's to you guys. And all that good stuff. For my apprentices, for all of you who are thinking of joining, to you who aren't joining but still watching my video, have a great day. Tag out.